Checking 1, 2. Woo! It's a great place. Hey everybody, we're here at 3 Taverns here with my boy
Sp0okAtl's.
So my boy here has a vision, and I love his stickers. So Matt, tell us about your vision on your brand.
My vision on my brand. Basically, I don't know. I really just do it for fun, but it could be something a lot bigger. And just branch out, maybe into a clothing company, something like that. I really just do art for fun.
Where did this vision come about? What year did this form?
Man, I don't know a year it formed. I've just been doodling since like maybe middle school, and it's just something that always interested me.
Tell us about the start of when this happened. Were you like in your favorite teacher's class or something?
How did I come up? Well, one day I was zoned out and Jesus came to me and he was like, man, you should think of like a 4-letter word that it would be really easy to write and really fast. The first thing that came to my mind was spook. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it was like around Halloween time. I don't know. I have no idea. I was like, all right, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to stick with. It's easy. I've thought a couple of times about changing it, but I mean, it kind of sticks, so I'm going to stick with it.
So what happened with, so I've seen you, I've known you since 2016, and you took me to this old prison in Atlanta, and there was a bunch of graffiti everywhere. I was so inspired. So I've seen you branch from graffiti to stickers. Tell us about your sticker idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been fascinated with street art, basically. So that's kind of what I was into. I've always been drawn to it, but I mean, making stickers was kind of just an easy way to branch out and kind of get my art and name out there. Yeah, just an easy outlet, I guess.
What inspires you to create? Was there like any favorite artists?
Favorite artist? That's hard. I guess my favorite artist right now is his name's Aaron Brooks, and he does a lot of trippy style stuff. But I don't draw that well, not as well as he does.
It's pretty amazing, man. I remember a while back you started off with UPS or the post office stickers. I thought that was really unique.
They were just easy to get my hands on and something to draw on, and you can stick them wherever. That's pretty much it. That's why I started using that.
So so anywho, earlier today, I haven't seen Matt since my birthday, like damn near 10, 11 months ago, almost a year, until today doing this, and I was very inspired by what he was doing because I saw an opportunity for him to create a community right here in Atlanta for kendama, whatever he was interested in, but especially in the arts of graffiti. I just felt like it stood out. I felt like the culture speaks for itself on these walls written. And I just feel like Matt is a very unique individual, and just being himself can draw in a lot of people to bring out their creative juices flowing. Drink beer and wine and have a painting time.
Yeah. I mean, really, I could branch out a lot more with it. I kind of have thought about maybe making like a clothing company out of it in the future. I don't know, that's kind of hard to do because you need like initial investment, but I have a lot of designs and stuff and a lot of ideas as far as that goes. But right now I'm just kind of doing it just for me, just because I enjoy it, And I mean, if it draws people in, it draws people in. I mean, I always think if you like something, somebody else will as well, you know? You aren't going to be the only one that likes something.
I'm very dedicated to doing the things that I'm doing as far as audio and video goes, and a lot of people take that for granted. One of the ways that we put ourselves out there is by doing the things that we do, and this would be my creative flow. But they say that to get into the flow is to take action, and some strong stuff, some delicious stuff. To get into the flow is to take action. Now, it's the sushi chef that's chopping up the sushi and doing all that. They're in the flow, but they're so accurate and efficient about it. But it takes practice. But I think our problem is we struggle with perfectionism, and I feel like what we need to do is just throw things to the wall and seeing what sticks, and then just go on from there. People love seeing the process. People love seeing people like us coming up in life, and the how-tos and the whys, and I feel like it was best to let people know who Matt Haxton is, because that's where it comes from. We don't just hang out with people because of what they have. Some people do, but we also love people for who they are. So,
pretty much what you said. People like seeing the process of how people do what they do, and I guess this is what I do. It's not necessarily what I live for at the moment, but it's what I do, what keeps me happy, I do it for fun, like I said, pretty much. And I know you touched on like the kendama community. I do that for a hobby as well. Yeah, and kendama's fun. If you don't know what kendama is, Google search it. It's a Japanese toy.
What can you tell us about kendama that you know about culture and everything?
I don't know, man. It's really taken off, to be honest. In the past couple of years, man, I've just seen it really branch out, and I honestly couldn't tell you why. I guess people just find it cool. It's a crazy hobby to have, man. It takes a lot of skill, takes a lot of learning. I'm not great at it, but there's some people out there that are absolutely ridiculous.
Seems to sharpen the mind. Does it increase your focus and concentration somehow?
I would say so. Takes a lot of muscle memory, a lot of bending the legs. That's a lot of tricks involve bending your legs and using your muscles. So it's kind of a workout as well.
What got you into kendama? What was the story behind that?
I don't even know, man. I just saw one day, and I was like, that looks kind of cool. And so I bought one. It was like probably the cheapest kendama I could find at the time, honestly. And when I first got it, like, I didn't even like bother with it, honestly. I was just like, okay, it's cool, I have one. And then I saw it starting to get big, and I gained more interest in it, and I showed my brother, and he got into it as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly.
A community-based mentality is something my new friend I met back in June, he got me introduced to Gary Vee, and I started seeing things in creative production, and this older lady back at a Valentine's Day club event that I was invited to, she had trippy paintings on the wall, and I walked up to her. I just felt drawn. Like, she was very attractive. She had gray hair, but she had like a really pretty face, and there was something about her spirit. I felt like a very wise soul. So I walked up to her and I talked to her, and she told me that what you're supposed to do as a human being is to create, and that there's dark forces, there's negative influences that do not want you to create. But the more that you make something, the more that they don't like that, the more that you're creating a friction and positive energy into the universe. And so when I heard that, I just felt really good, and I felt a great confirmation of everything that I've been doing with reaching out to my friends. I felt like I had the tools and the right equipment. And what's a hammer to a nail if you can't hang a painting on the wall? And so I'm not a painter, but my friend here is an artist, so I'd love to like hang up his paintings on the wall one day. And
I'll make you one. I gotta think of something to do, but I'll make you one if you want one.
you know, I got paintings on the wall from my friends. I met somebody through Facebook a day after Christmas. I just reached out to him. It was crazy. It was black light painting. I just got obsessed. I've been telling Matt I've been obsessed with UV lighting, painting, and stuff like that. So I just went with it. I just went with the flow. I didn't care at the time how much it was. I just wanted to support this guy. And I feel like, you know, we tend to be in our minds more than our hearts. And so when I started to follow that flow of my heart, it was leading me to the right direction every single time. But that's my belief system. If there's a roadblock, you're still going to get to where you're going to go. It's just going to be a little rough. But if you take away that road bump, you're going to go fluidly. And that's the reason why I think it's important to understand ourselves, understand our likes and dislikes, and to understand ourselves, really. What do you think about that philosophy?
I agree with it completely. I mean, like you said, I feel like it's basic human nature to just be creative, you know? Like, cavemen were creative. They had to figure everything out, you know? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. As far as I can think based off of what I'm doing at this time and where I want to go, yeah. But yeah, I think it's human nature to be creative, and if you aren't, then I don't want to say you're necessarily doing something wrong, but you know, everybody's creative in their own way.
So once again, everybody, and what's your name again? Your Instagram and your brand?
Sp0okAtl. That's the Instagram. And the brand. Both. I guess.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's like your spirit knew. It was already creating subconsciously. And what is your name?
Matt Haxton.
Oh,
Yes, sir.